Welcome back. Time now is 6:17. Now it's February, and that usually means the start of the tax season. Well, joining us to help us through this stressful time is Diva Mejias of Complete Tax and Business Solutions. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much for having me, Maya.
Now, tax season started January 27th, and they're now accepting paper and electronic tax returns. Is it good advice to file earlier or to wait a little bit?
Well, you should file early just so that you'll know whether or not you have a tax liability that you have to pay. And some people will file early, and then if they have to pay, you do not have to pay until April 15th. So at least you get a jump on it to know whether you owe or not. And if you're going to get a refund, it's great to file early because you'll get your money sooner than later.
Absolutely. Maybe plan to go somewhere warmer.
Right.
Now, more people are filing electronically now. Is that something that you recommend? And if you are going to be doing it electronically, anything that you should know?
Yeah, if you are going to do it electronically, you should have a good, secure network that you're using so that there aren't any hacking of your social security number. But one thing that you should know is when you do things electronically in today's world, you're in a hurry and you key things in, and you should be aware that you can accidentally transpose a number, such as a social security number, and your tax return could get hung up and reject for some reason or another. So you should really be very careful when you're electronically filing.
Okay. And what is new this year as far as tax laws? Anything that people should change this year, or people that will be new for people this year?
Okay. More importantly, this year, remember that in the 2017 with the Jobs Cut Tax Act, what happened was the tax brackets changed. So one of the things that you have to remember is go back to your employer this year, take a look at your W-4, your withholdings, because even though you may still have the same withholdings this year than you had last year, because the tax brackets have changed, they'll be reducing less from your pay, and you may have to owe this year versus last year. So just take a look at your withholdings, go back. There is an estimator on the IRS website that you can go in and kind of play around with to make sure that you have enough withholdings.
Okay. And anything, as far as people make mistakes every year when they do their taxes, anything that, do's and don'ts as far as the don'ts go? Yeah,
the most common thing is social security numbers, especially when they have children, when they have dependents. They're in a hurry, they transpose numbers, they put the wrong social security number on the wrong child. So just make sure that you take a look at all of your documents, that you have everything in order before you sit down to actually file. And then also look at your last year's tax return. Make sure that it's compatible, that you do have the right names, that you spell your names correctly, that you have the right numbers, the right digits in there. That's important.
Good reference there. And now for those that may be having trouble getting their W-2s from their employers, what could they do?
Oh, well, if they have to get the W-2 from the employer. If they don't, they should at least file their tax return. I have some people that tell me, well, I didn't get it, so I don't owe anything, or I didn't get it, so my employer didn't report it. That's not true. The W-2 could have gotten lost in the mail, so make sure that you follow up and file your tax return regardless.
And contact your employer.
And contact your employer. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, here is what you need to know for the 2020 tax filing season. Tax filing season is already underway. You must file your taxes before April 15th. April 15th is also the last day to request an automatic extension. Diva, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Just remember, Maya, an extension is only an extension to file, not to pay. If you owe, you must pay by April 15th. So thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you, Diva. Well,